some love to Sounds of Spirit. Oh, so good to see you this morning, Universal Spirit Center. That's Linda Ely on piano, Oliver on bass, and Matt on drums. Yes. I feel the music down in my soul. I feel the music down in my soul. I feel the music down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. I hear the silence down in my soul. I hear the silence down in my soul. I feel the silence down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. I feel the power down in my soul. Power. I feel the power down in my soul. I feel the power down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. I feel the music down in my soul. Do you feel the music in your soul? Do you feel the music down your soul? And the whole wide world, the whole wide world is my home. Woo-hoo! Oh, yeah. So if you got a cell phone with you, I love the ones that know this is what's coming next. Everybody stand on up and get ready to sing along. So if you got a cell phone on, you want to call somebody and tell them you having such a good time at Universal Spirit Center. Tweet them, text them, send them a love note. Go ahead and do that. And as we sing our congregational song, God in Everything. I see joy, I see peace, I see the goodness surrounding me. I see perfection in what life brings. I see God in everything. I see happiness, I see freedom. I see the goodness that lives in me. I see perfection in what life brings. I see God in everything. I feel joy, I feel peace, I feel the goodness surrounding me. I feel love in every breath I breathe. I feel God in everything. I feel happiness, I feel freedom. I feel the beauty that lives in me. I feel perfection in what life brings. I feel God in everything. Oh! I choose joy and I choose peace. I choose the goodness surrounding me. I choose perfection every breath I breathe. I choose God in everything. I know happiness, I know freedom. I know the beauty that lives in me. I choose perfection in what life brings. I choose God in everything. I choose God in everything. Namaste, 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 namaste.
Good morning. Good morning and welcome to Universal Spirit Center. I'm Kevin Busey. I have the great honor to be our spiritual leader, and I welcome you here today. So just take a deep breath in. Ground the energy right in your body after Gino got us all riled up. So I want to take a moment and welcome you who join us for the first time today. We're glad that you're with us. I want to acknowledge all of you who join us online and those of you who might be joining us for the first time today. A big, big, heartfelt welcome. So today's Diwali. So it's a powerful day for the Hindu tradition, and it's a celebration of light. So what we're starting to see in all spiritual traditions, as the darkness happens right in this part of the world, the darkness gathers, we're going to see throughout the season a celebration of lights. So today's Diwali. It is a big deal in India happening right now. Tim, who's spent a lot of time in India, has gotten a lot of Happy Diwali calls, right? Happy Diwali experiences. So we'll talk more about that. So I wanted to share that. A lot going on at our center today. The first, Carolyn, would you stand? Carolyn heads up our... And Elizabeth heads up our paper bag, and Pat. Who else? The trio. They all three head up or do the paper bag ministry. So most of you know what that is. They step out the door, create a bag of goodies so that we can either give to PATH, an agency that supports unsheltered people, and they deliver them in homeless camps throughout San Diego. Or you can take it with you. Don't eat anything in it, though. Put it in the back seat of your car, and if someone comes up and asks you for something, you can give them the bag. So that's what we're doing. So see these three lovely ladies afterwards. Okay, that's it for me. The rest, Bob's next. Okay.
Good morning. I have your announcements for today. We're going to start with Racial Equality Project. Hello. Our history. The original leader of nonviolence, Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhi's nonviolence approach included the principle of non-cooperation or non-compliance. This led to the boycott of foreign-made goods, especially coming from the British. Gandhi encouraged all Indians to spin khadi cloth to wear in support of the independent movement. He also urged people to resign from government employment and forsake all British titles and honors in an attempt to cripple the British India government economically, politically, and administratively. He persisted and continued to fight for freedom without the use of harmful tactics towards the British. Gandhi's dedication to the movement led to India's independence in 1947. So let's support this and repeat after me, please. We are the light bearers of love and forgiveness. We are the light bearers of love and forgiveness, vibrating the flames of equality, grace, and peace all over the world. Vibrating the flames of equality, grace, peace all over the world. Embracing our history is key to overcoming racial, sexual, and mental inequality. Embracing our history is key to overcoming racial, sexual, and mental inequality. We are all part of our history.
Good morning. Awakening Wednesday, Sacred Spirit Dance with myself, Robin Kay. Join the rhythm of the night and unleash your inner dancer. What music moves you? Please tell Gino. This will be at the Lions Club this Wednesday at 6:30, and I'll be outside for questions if you have any. Thank you.
Oh, not yet, but okay. Racial equality call to action. Watch the video, Mohandas Gandhi, The Power of Nonviolence. The power of nonviolent violence lives in and is ability to break the cycle of hatred and revenge, paving the way for lasting justice and peace. Okay, now I have this silly thing in my head because I'm announcing Angel Tree Program. This is my little angel helping me today. So Angel Tree Program, Holiday Gifts for Foster Youth is here. See the table outside to choose the child to support. Thank you, Roland. And you'll be outside too, right? Okay, thank you. Heart Song with Lauren Grace, Tuesday, November 21st, 6:30. Hi.
Lauren Grace, Heart Song, Sing and Move Your Body. Yeah, so it's sort of like gentle movement, awakening the chi, using our own sound tone to heal our body, and then we'll move into learning some songs through osmosis. No sheet lyrics. So it's very gentle. I think a few of you have experienced it. And I look forward to sharing it with you. November 21st, it's every month, the third Tuesday. Think of it as self-care through the holidays. Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren. And finally, third Saturday with Angels with Margot Allure. Margot, I know you're here. Stand up, sir. So it's this Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. at her home. Email info@universalspiritcenter.org for location. A love offering basis. And for those of you online have any questions about what we announced today, please go online to universalspiritcenter.org for all your answers. So speaking of trust, why can't you trust the king of the jungle? Because he's always lying.
All right, there we have it. There we have it. So I'm going to invite you to please stand. And below the clock, behind you, hundreds of people are watching us online. So let's greet everyone who joins us online. Thanks for being part of us. Now turn to each other and welcome each other to Universal Spirit Center.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I know that there's quite a few teachers in this space, and my sister works with the littles, and she says, 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. Right. Thank you, Reverend Sarah. She's got the program down, right? So good morning. Good morning. You know, isn't it amazing that we get to be here this morning? That we actually get to be here this morning. Because there are people who cannot. So, welcome to the and both. The wonderful and the magnificent and the messy of the world. So with that, how about we take a deep breath in? And maybe if closing your eyes feels good, I invite you to do that too. And feel your feet on the ground. And maybe you put your hands on your heart or on your legs. And we take another deep breath in together. And say yes and. So our reading this morning is from Joel Goldsmith. And he says, the mind struggles to get God instead of let God, while all the time the gentle presence envelops and enfolds us. Let us release ourselves into the rhythm of God and thereby become a part of the rhythm of the universe. Let God, let God, let God. So I know this morning that we do that in such big ways. That we are part of the rhythm of God. That the presence here, not only inside, but this expression, this experience, this gathering this morning, is the rhythm of the divine in the great many ways that it is. So, from the words of Reverend Kevin, the music, all the hands and the hearts and the actions to prepare this space in the loving ways that it is. And for all of us who gather here this morning, in the presence and in the rhythm of the divine, the dance itself, the life fest that it is, this answering to the call, not only from inside, but as a collective. So how great then and wonderful that we gather as the divine rhythm and that grand sweeping love affair of life and the machinations of God to be here, to experience everything and all things, because there is no place and no space that God is not. So amen to that. So with gratitude and joy and rhythm, we say yes. So join me in this knowing as we say together, and so it is.
When your shoulders have on more than you can stand, it seems you've been walking in a land unknown. Go to God in a place beyond your fears. God is loving you. Be still. Accept His loving prayer in your heart. When your shoulders have on more than you can stand, seems you've been walking in a land unknown. Go to God in a place beyond your fears. God is loving you. Be still. Accept this prayer of love in your heart. Stand on the rock of those who've gone before you, and those who hold you high in glory, and those who know you close in death. Stand on the truth. God is the power. God is the love. God is the answer. Accept what has been given is the reason why we pray. And the things that held us back will disappear, and the veil of tears won't be heavy anymore. Yes, a life so torn apart can heal again. Trust in God. Accept this prayer of love in your heart. Stand on the truth. God is the power. God is the way. God is the answer. Accept what has been given. It's the reason why we pray. And the things that held us back will disappear, and the heart will be open once again. Yes, a life so torn apart can heal again. Trust in God, I know you will. Trust in God. Trust in God.
Gina Walker. It's beautiful. I never heard that. Very beautiful. Ricky Byers. And our house band. Thanks. Thanks, Linda and the guys. Linda and the guys. So I'm changing my talk title to Let God. That's so great, Christine. Let God. That's what we're talking about. Allow God. Open to God. So that's what we're talking about this morning. But first I want to share you a completely what I consider useless fact of information. So what I do in the mornings is I get up, have a big cup of coffee, come back to bed, and I do spiritual reading. So I'm reading right now David Hawkins' Discovering the Presence of God. So he writes this fact that I think is largely useless, but a little bit interesting. And it's this. And is that okay? Just let it go? I'm hearing myself. So he shares that. You know, everyone blinks their eyes. In an average lifespan of an adult, our eyes are closed for 9 days because of blinking. Yeah. It was interesting. Useless, but interesting. So you spend 9 days in the dark. Average lifespan. So the other thing he says is a little later, he wrote a really beautiful piece about spiritual awakening. How everything's radiant and light when we really open to the divine. You know, it's that awakening that we all hunt for, right? So I'm reading this paragraph and it's beautiful. And I'm like, what do I have to do to achieve that? That's what I'm thinking. You know, that's the thought in my mind as I read this beautiful, beautiful, you know, paragraph about awakening. And then what he says after this about how to achieve it, he says, don't do, allow. It's allowing. But you know, the American mind, we want to fix, control, do. How do we get this, right? There's a problem, or I need something, or I'm uncomfortable. So what do I have to do, right? That's not what David Hawkins is saying. He's saying, allow. And how I'm hearing this is allow your life to unfold. Just allow. I just finished teaching ministerial students, people that are studying to be ministers in our organization, finished a 2-weekend class on Zoom, and there were students from all over the country. And the topic was combining spiritual counseling and psychological counseling. So how do they interface with each other? You know, how do they work with each other? So that was the curriculum, that was the course. So in the process of that, we reviewed all those kind of basic psychological models that you might have viewed in Intro to Psychology, right? All of the different models, right? That was part of it. And what I remembered, what struck me is each of the models in some ways deal with this human dynamic that you and I all participate in. They deal with this human dynamic and either frame it maybe a little differently or talk about how to deal with it a little differently. And the human dynamic is this, that is recognized across the board in psychology. It's this. It's that when we're children, when we're young children, we figure out what's acceptable, what will get us love and acceptance and belonging. We figure that out. And those parts of us that don't fit in to the expectations, that we're ashamed of, that we don't know how to deal with, as a little child, we stuff them away. And we put them in what's called in psychology the shadow part of us. So we stick them away and we put them in the shadow. So I was thinking about that. And I was thinking, you know, what's something that because of my childhood, that I stuck in the shadow, that I put in the shadow. And I had an awareness as the class was going on that what I put in the shadow was feeling, that I wasn't allowed in our family dynamic to feel. The only people that really were allowed to feel in my particular dynamic were my parents, and what they emoted was rage. And especially rage, I wasn't allowed to express. So I stuck those parts of me in a shadow. Not really cognizant of it, right? This is a child's mind. Would someone be willing to share what you maybe as a child put in the shadow? Elizabeth. Anger. Being gay. Being gay. Self-expression. Okay, these are, yeah, thanks, yeah. Fear of abandonment. So then I'm going to try to fit in. I don't want to feel abandoned. Any others? These are great. Yeah, Pat. Different points of view than your parents. Being needy. Yeah, that's a big one. Boy, I felt chills on that one. So we put them in the, yeah, Robert. Shame for being different, yeah. So we put these things, we tuck them in the shadow so that we could belong, right? We could be loved. We could fit in, right? So I love talking about this time of year because we're increasing in the experience of darkness, of shadow, right? That's just our physical experience right now. And we've got Diwali and other feasts that are coming up as we move more into the dark that actually celebrate the light. So I'm seeing it as a interplay, a dance between dark and light. I don't know that it serves us to say dark is evil. That's how we grew up. Dark is bad and evil. I think it's simply an experience that we have because we spend half our lives in darkness, right? And there's a call in the darkness. Now, the ultimate call in the darkness is going to happen around the 24th of December, which is the divine birth. So as you and I can move through our own shadows, we will discover gift. But I want to wait on that. I don't want to talk about that yet. So in the class, we talked about this very human dynamic where we create a shadow to put those things that we can't deal with as kids, right? Well, you know what it did for us? There were survival skills for us. It's what we needed to do to survive, to fit in. So nothing about this is wrong at all. As kids, we needed to do it. We needed to do it. So we also, in this class, talked about a very spiritual truth, very spiritual truth, which science is also getting on the bandwagon on. And the spiritual truth is there's an evolution, we talk about this here all the time, evolutionary impulse running through everything, running through the universe and beyond. The universe is continuing to expand. There's an evolutionary impulse that happened at the Big Bang and continues throughout the universe. And as that is true, it's happening in each flower, this evolutionary impulse, each blade of grass, each spider that we don't smash with our feet. And you. There's an evolutionary impulse happening in you. You know, and it's our desire to belong, to connect, to be successful, to give out, to be generous, to be loving. That's the evolutionary impulse. So each one of us is experiencing it, and it happens in our daily lives. That's what I was saying earlier. Allow. Open to. Whatever's happening in your life, because right in the context of our lives is this evolutionary impulse and the call to retrieve the gifts in the shadow. Because the more energy we have stuck in the shadow, the more energy we have stuck, the less this evolutionary impulse can move through us. You know, it's either a thumble, you know, a little small hole that this infinite energy moves through, or we're open wide and we're saying, yes, let God, right? Now, our tendency is we want to feel comfortable. We want things to go our way. We want things smooth. We want things easy. Who doesn't want that? For those of you online, no one raised their hand. We want that. So, going into the shadow, meeting those things that we've denied about ourselves is not a comfortable task. And it's a call. And it's a call. So Pema Chodron shares this story, and I think it's When Things Fall Apart. I think it's in that book. About this man who came on a retreat to a guru, a Buddhist guru, and he says, you know, I want to break through those things in my life that keep me stuck. He says, the reason I came on this retreat. And then the guru says, well, go pray, go meditate, go be still. And the guy's doing that, you know, when he comes back the next day. And he goes, nothing's happening. I really need a breakthrough. I really want to move from this stuckness to this flow in my life. And the guru says, come back tomorrow and tell me how it goes with the stillness. And the guy comes back and says, nothing's happening. So the guru goes, okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go tonight as the sun starts setting into a hut. There's a hut on the retreat property. And sit lotus style in the hut all night. And then come to me in the morning. So the guy's like, okay, I'll do it. Because the guy was so committed to break through those things that are keeping him from expanding. So he goes and he sits in the hut and Indian style, or lotus position, and he lights a candle. And as he lights the candle, he sees in front of him a cobra. It's India, right? Cobras are in India. He sees a cobra rising up and facing him. And he's scared to death, right? A cobra. So much fear. Panic comes up. He's sweating. He's so scared. And he spends hours like this with this cobra facing him. And his fear just moving up through him. So scared. So fearful, right? And I have to pause here. It reminds me of the Buddha, Siddhartha, sitting under the Bodhi tree, feeling whatever needs to be experienced and move through him. And then the other side, enlightenment. It's just, that's a side note. So he's sitting for hours right in front of this cobra, and then the candle burns down, and it distinguishes. It's total dark. He's in this room in complete darkness with the cobra in front of him. And the fear starts to move through the fear, starts crying, because he has a deep compassion for himself, for the fear that he's feeling. Deep compassion. And then he starts opening up to compassion for the cobra who's facing him. He starts to have compassion for the cobra. And then he starts feeling a compassion, an open-hearted compassion that's beyond fear for all beings everywhere. And at this point, he's sobbing. He's sobbing, not out of fear, but his open-hearted experience of absolute unity. The sun comes up. He gets up. He goes to see the guru. And the guru can see in his face that he moved through fear into a powerful experience of unity. And the man said, what happened? There's a cobra in there. But then the man started to think about it and said, I don't even know if the cobra was there or in my own mind. I don't even know. Let's take a breath on that one. So I invited you last week to, as we move through difficult times, whether they're global or our country or our lives, to come into the experience of our bodies, to move from the mental activity of controlling, manipulating, trying, attempting, and come into a full experience of the body. Because in the body is a divine intelligence that is causing life to happen. It just is. It's causing you don't have to think about it. You don't have to control it. It's simply happening right now. So to come into the awareness of the body. And it's a powerful thing because the body is really where we start to encounter those shadow pieces in us that we haven't dealt with. Those energetic patterns. So I know we have the experience of this a lot. I want to talk a little bit about the lower chakras. So in the first chakra, the root chakra, there's shadow in there. There's a shadow. It's like victimhood. It's like in the root chakra is we give away our power or sense of empowerment to someone or something else, right? And so locked away in that first chakra is our empowerment. But it's also a relationship with our body. And many of us grew up with not appreciating or liking or even being ashamed of our bodies, right? Many of us. So we're distant from it. So the very place where divine intelligence dwells, we're caught off from our bodies. And so as we move into that first chakra energy and come to that place where we feel victimized or powerless, and we're with that energy, we're with, what did I put in there when I was a little kid and stuff away? right? As we're with that, with an appreciation of our bodies, just as they are. What that does, it's because it's groundedness, it's earth, that first chakra. What that does is it puts us in right relationship with nature, because it's earth, it's grounded, it's where we come from, it's earth. So not only do we develop an appreciation of earth as we move into that first chakra opening energy, but we're open to the healing power that's in nature. So when you and I go for a walk on Mission Trails or Balboa Park, we can actually feel the energy of nature as a healing mechanism. Does it make sense? So that's the power of opening to that root chakra. And so I want to move up to the second chakra, which is, those who we identify, who we love, or who love us, right? So when we have shadow around that, I might be rejected, or I'm not good enough. A lot of us maybe have stuff in the shadows in there, right? And so then we go through life and we kind of have dishold or distance, or a closed chakra in that, or a lot of in the shadow is I'm cut off. I'm separate. I'm isolated. I don't belong. Yeah, that's a closed first chakra. And as we relax and allow and move into those feelings and allow, we move into an awareness of appreciation of those who love us. We lessen our fears about being rejected. And so places where we withhold or have unforgiveness can start to shift. And we can move into a deep awareness of our love for those who love us, and we can open to that. It's about fluidity and flexibility. It's about not being rigid. Dance is great on this one, right? Lauren and Grace, dance. We move up to the third chakra, and the third chakra really is where we place those things we're really afraid of. Things we're really afraid of. So this guy that was in the hut, I imagine his third chakra was really activated, just the fear. So it's fear of not being a part of. It's fear of I don't matter, or my gifts aren't important, or I'm not worthy of the passions or the dreams that I have. So there's a lot that we probably have put into this chakra, this area. And to consider from this energy point, we get an awareness that we are worthy of the dreams that we dream. We're worthy to step fully into our life. This chakra is also drawing forth the courage to live our life. So if something that feels overwhelming is facing us, or so tough, this is the chakra to be with. This is the place to uncover, to allow gift to happen. So as you and I be with these energies, it really sets us up for that evolutionary impulse that's happening at every moment, at all times. It opens us to it. So here's one more thing I just want to say about the evolutionary impulse. When the evolutionary impulse is happening, it's universal and it's particular. But here's the thing, what it means when it's happening in your life is whatever you're facing as part of the unfolding, whatever it is, and you have enough strength and courage and guidance to deal with it, because that's all in the evolutionary impulse. It's all there. Now, you might start thinking about tomorrow or a year from now or a month and get overwhelmed, but that's because you're not there, and there's no grace for a month from now. The only place where grace happens is in this moment. That's now. All the strength and courage that you need for whatever's unfolding in your life is here now. It's not tomorrow. It's not a year from now, because you're not there. All that stuff's mental. And when we get caught in our mental stuff, there's not grace there. It's us trying to figure it out. So in this evolutionary impulse, two things. It's happening in the context of your life. And there's enough. There's enough. With that awareness that there's enough, I am going to read this reading again that Christine did such a great job reading. And then do a prayer, and then we're going to move into music. So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes, taking a deep, full breath in. Breathe right into your heart. Just allow yourself to open. The mind struggles to get God instead of let God. While all the time the gentle presence envelops and unfolds us. Let us release ourselves into the rhythm of God and thereby become a part of the rhythm of the universe. So take a deep breath now. Open, allow, let. Grace, God's love, divine presence move through your body, bringing forth whatever's been locked away in the shadows, bringing all these parts together to create a perfect whole. All parts coming together to create a perfect whole. So together, let's open.
My mind is opening, opening. My mind is opening, opening. I am. Opening. Now we'll move into my heart. If it calls you, sing along or hum along with us. My heart is opening, opening. My heart is opening, opening. I life. My life. My life is opening, opening. My life. My life is opening, opening. I am, I am, I am, I am opening. My world, my world, my world is opening, opening. My world is opening, opening. I am, I am, I am, I am opening. Now let's take that into our heart space with a hum. My heart. My heart is opening, opening. My heart is opening, opening. I am, I am, I am, I am opening. My heart is opening, opening. My heart is opening, opening. I am, I
Open hearts, open hearts. Whew. I just need to take a breath. You want to join me in that? Whew. Thank you, Gino. And Sounds of Spirit. I'm Reverend Sherry, and I am here to share with you a wonderful way, now that our hearts are just opened, wide open, a way to open your hearts and your time and your talents for Universal Spirit Center. Save the date. I'm wearing this because the holidays, and of course that's plural because we celebrate the holy days, the special days of light all around the world for many different cultures. Save the date, Saturday, December 9th, for right here, our holiday arts and crafts fair. There are many ways that your open heart can contribute to that. You can shop for your holiday gifts to yourself or others. You can donate baked goodies or wonderful things from your home that you loved but you no longer need and want to share with others. You can sell if you're a vendor. You can, of course, I said shopping, donating. I think I got it all. But anyway, see me or see the Yes table outside. Also, those of you online, go to our website and check it out. This is a fun and fundraiser for our center. A way to raise money. So come and join us for that. And I'm also here about opening of our hearts in another way. As my journey to becoming a reverend, I walked through these doors a little over 10 years ago. And I was one of those people who was a seeker. Still am. How many of you have been seeking for a place to express? I see hands going up. A way to fill, maybe there's a hole in your heart from the past. Reverend Kevin talked about maybe our childhood. I was one of those people. And the first year that I was here, I took notes and I cried at every talk, not out of, oh, woe was me, but out of a relief. I guess kind of like that guy with the cobra. I just cracked open. My heart and my soul just opened up, and I said, yes, this is the place where divinity resides, and oh, it resides in me. And this community, this leadership, this music, the classes just helped me on my journey. And here I stand before you, fully fulfilling my destiny to share the love of God with others. And I'll soon be traveling to Connecticut to have ministry there on the East Coast. Not sure the date yet, so stay tuned. It'll be a while. So in gratitude for all this growth that I've gone through, I give financially to the center. Yes, I do a lot of stuff around here. And I'm wondering if you could just think for yourselves, what has filled that hole in your soul, in your heart, from the events and things here? What gratitude do you hold for that? You know, I just think of all the people who have come here hurt and broken. I've seen healings, physical healings happen. I have seen people get jobs through these teachings. I have seen and experienced people going from depression to joy. And hopefully this is part of your journey, your story too. So I invite each of you to open your hearts to contribute financially to Universal Spirit Center so that our doors stay open, so that the lights and our light can continue to shine in the world. And if you have a financial gift to share today, and even if there's not something physical you have with us today, perhaps you give online, I invite you to place your hand on your heart and just to feel that gratitude, to allow the givingness of the divine to flow through you. And so would you repeat after me? As I give, so I receive. As I receive, so I give. And so it is, the love of God. Amen, amen.
And for all of you Divine Lights Online that share your love and joy with us, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hitting our QR codes. We appreciate you and we feel your love. God is my source. Woo! God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Come on. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Woo. Love is my power. Love gives me everything that I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. God is my source. Woo. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
All right, Gino, our house band, thank all of you for being here. Let's stand and join hands. So take a deep breath right into your body. Just feel the energy, the love, the presence of God right at the center of your being. We open to it, we let it be, and so it is.
I see joy, I see peace, I see the goodness surrounding me. I see love in every breath I breathe. I see God in everything. I see happiness, I see freedom. I see the beauty that lives in me. I see perfection in what life brings. I see God in everything. I feel joy and I feel peace. I feel the goodness surrounding me. I feel love in every breath I breathe. I feel God in everything. I feel happiness and I feel freedom. I feel the beauty that lives in me. I feel perfection in what life brings. I feel God in everything. Joy, I choose peace. I choose the goodness surrounding me. I choose perfection in what life brings. I choose God in everything. I choose happiness and I choose freedom. I choose the beauty that lives in me. I choose perfection in what life brings. I choose God in everything. I choose God in everything. Oh, namaste, namaste, namaste. Let me just say namaste. Namaste, 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 namaste.
My